Brown, it's Van Verven, it's Marvin van Leeuwen. It's Marvin van Leeuwen got an absolute flyer there. We talked about dust earlier on. We'll see when they come round, but it looked like Marvin van Leeuwen got the flyer there. There's a massive pile-up. Sandermans is in it, Hermans is in it, Barrett. There are some big names. There's a massive, massive tangle. Outfits all over the place now. They will well know that Arno Jerkins is having a good ride. There's Bax on the inside off Christoph Kusch and making it stick over the jump. He is a past master at this. It is unbelievable stuff. And we did say that was a risk. Here comes Etienne Bax on the outside of Arno Jerkins and Robbie Bax going past. One more step up the ladder for him, but it's second place for Zeno Compolati and Bastien Chopin. This is the best race I've seen the Italian have. Agreed? Nod, Steve? Nod to me, I agree. What a performance he is doing.
Brilliant ride from Compolati and Bastien Chopin. They're doing really well here in Belgium. They're just there going through your picture now over the top of the jump. Behind them is number 82, the red plate machine, Etienne Bax and Casper Stupelis. A fair margin, I have to say. Well,
you've seen enough of Etienne Bax's riding style now, and I was going to say to you, where do you think he's going to do it? But Compolati got that all wrong, all in the berm. The sidecar wheel went high. He completely lost the plot there, and he gifted that one to Etienne Bax. So Etienne Bax now in second place, and Zeno Compolati will know that he committed a massive boo-boo there.
That's Koen Hermans and Nicolas Mousset. They pulled out.
They're signalling to the mechanic. What does that mean? I'm not... Chain, I don't know. He wants something. He has got a problem there. So Hermans and Mousset again in mechanical problems. Not so his son, who came here 10th, will certainly go 9th. And look at that. Look at Gert van Verven going through with Arno Jerkins and Robbie Bax fighting hard. Don't forget, Robbie Bax is nursing an injured arm. So this is damage limitation for them as well. What a race they have had here at Gooik on home ground in front of local crowds. It's victory to them. That's what they needed to do, and they did it. Etienne Bax and Casper Stupelis in second place.
Only 4.2 seconds behind Van Leeuwen and Van den Bogart were Bax and Stupelis.
Now who's going to win? That was good, a good last lap for them, or a last 2 laps. Who's going to win the battle for third place? Is it going to be Compolati bringing it home? Well, so far ahead with these two. We're waiting now for third. And Marvin van Leeuwen and Ben van den Bogart. He doesn't actually look as though he's done much work, does he? The kid looks fresh.
So everybody is crouched down over the machines. They're waiting for the gate to go, and it's dropped. Who's going to get the whole shot? From the inside, Brett Wilson, Ryan Humphrey. Not made a good start. That's Arno Jerkins and Robbie Bax. Once again, the whole shot Kings have made it work this time around. Now they're going into that tight right-hander that we've seen all the chaos in the first race, and it looks as though we've got a repeat in the second one.
Brown's right at the back there as well.
There's George Kinch and Lewis Gray.
Unfortunately had piled up, so it looked as though it was Arno Jerkins in front from Compolati. Kubins is the third man through. Brown goes through there. That's Jake Brown. Bax has just gone through your shot there. As they go up to the top end, and Compolati attacking early.
So Arno Jerkins and Robbie Bax trying to, do you reckon in the early stages of this they'll try and hold up the field just so that Robbie Bax can have a bit of a rest and use more of his energy later on? It's still Arno Jerkins and Robbie Bax. That is Van Leeuwen looking across at Compolati. Can he try and make a move? It's going to be a tight squeeze, but Van Leeuwen makes his way up into second place. So as it stands, it's Jerkins from Van Leeuwen and then Compolati, the Italian-Frenchman pairing, just getting a face for the dirt on the exit of that right-hander. You can see the dust being kicked up already of the number 10 outfit. They're going to try and make a move around the outside. Robbie Bax looks across, and they're now down into second place as Marvin van Leeuwen and Ben van den Bogart have made their way up into the lead as they did earlier today. So across the line it is Van Leeuwen and Van den Bogart ahead of Jerkins and Bax. That is Compolati and Chopin. They head into third place ahead of Brown Millard, and then Bax and Stupelis about half a second behind the 28 British pairing. Well, he's got a marker not too far up the road from him. That's Arno Jerkins and Robbie Bax just in front as they head around the right-hander. Etienne Bax and Casper Stupelis now ahead of Compolati and Chopin. So Chopin, of course, of about 2 corners or so has lost 2 positions. So well, he's got a marker not too far up the road from him. That's Arne Deakins and Robbie Bax just in front as they head around the right-hander. Etienne Bax and Casper Stupilis now ahead of Compilati and Chopin. So Chopin, in the course of about 2 corners or so, has lost 2 positions. So despite their brilliant ride earlier today, it seems as though they're dropping positions fairly rapidly in the early stages of this race. But up the inside of Arne Deakins goes Jake Brown. Can he make it stick? It doesn't look as though he's got the drive.
Yeah, Bax just cannot get the drive out of that bottom corner there, whereas Jake can get on the power early. Has to slightly back out here, possibly now he'll dive down the inside into this right-hander.
I think he's got it. It looks as though, yeah, you see Robbie Bax just looking across at Jake Brown and Joe Millard. And it looks as though he's not quite got the drive to make a move up the inside. So Etienne Bax and Casper Stupilis also up the inside of Arne Deakins and Robbie Bax.
So now Bax then will attack the young Englishman with the vastly experienced Joe Millard in the chair. Marvin was about 3 seconds a lap quicker. And as you say, quite rightly say, Bradley, while these are playing.
Etienne Bax at the inside of Jake Brown and Joe Millard. So Etienne Bax making as many moves as he can to put himself up into 3rd place, relegating the English parent down into 4th.
Here's Van Werven then up the inside of Compilati. Brown is trying that move also. Not quite this time, but does go through on Compilati. He's got the inside line here. Compilati will have to go round the long way. Can Brown get that AMS 4-stroke hooked up and follow Van Werven through? And I would imagine now, 11 minutes to go. Brown through then. Nice little move up the inside, but Van Werven tries to come back at him. The Macclesfield boy shuts the door.
So just 1 more corner to go for the Belgian and Dutch pairing of Van Lucken and Van den Boogaard, the defending champions. You can see Van den Boogaard pumping the air in delight as he knows that they're going to take home another 25 points as they cross the line to take the win once more. It's a brilliant weekend for the defending champions of Marvin Van Lukener and Ben Van den Boogaard. So next up we can expect to see the championship leader Etienne Bax and Casper Stupilis, and indeed there they are, just 10.2 seconds behind the #1 outfit. And then next up it will be the English pairing we hope to see of the 28 bike of Jake Brown and Joe Millard. We wait for the caption to flick up when they cross the line.